Hey guys, Pixel Pino coming back with you. This is my second episode, titling it Pots and Pans. Every time I make some Filipino food, it seems like I post it up on Facebook and someone's like, hey, where's the recipe? So today, I'm making Filipino barbecue. Real simple dish, just served with rice. You can make some steamed veggies on the side, but it's all about the barbecue. This is more like a street food. This is something you, if you were in downtown Manila and you were on a lunch break, you might go down to the vendor, you know, like the hot dog stand in New York. This is an equivalent of that, and it's just a finger food, but it makes a great meal. Protein, rice, add a veggie in there, and you have a nice, nice little meal. So I've already prepped some stuff, but let's get started. If you guys are questioning my nails, my wife did a deal in the month of August 2018 where if she sold 75 kits, I would do my toes, and if she sold 120 kits of her product, I would do my nails as well. So I did them on Facebook Live. You can guys check me out on that there. So let's move on to the amount of the ingredient and what we're going to do with it. It's going to be a real quick video. Right here I have some pork shoulder butt. I've sliced into some thin strips, maybe quarter to half inch thick. Alright guys, so this is all about the marinade. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get it going. We want to get this this meat just covered and liquid, not like overflowing. We just want to get it nice and covered. So I'm actually going to be using the last bit of some other soy sauce here real quick. Okay. Doesn't take much. That was maybe half a cup. Out of my Kikkoman here. I usually buy the larger bottles so that I can pour it quicker because I make a lot of different Filipino foods that use a lot of soy sauce. So you can get this in sodium free, guys. I know it's probably not good for my heart, but this is what I grew up with. This is what my dad loved. I know that some people love Swan brand. The Swan brand you can get at the Asian stores, but this one is what I grew up with. So that was probably maybe, that much of a bottle, and that got us pretty close to there. So pretty close to what I consider covered. Okay, so this here is just generic lemon juice, as I said. You can use calamansi juice. Those are like the little limes, but they're actually called calamansi, so just Google that. You'll figure it out. That's about good. That's about 1 cup, maybe a cup and a half. What's key is the Sprite. I use about 2/3 of one of these bottles. This is a 16.9 ounce bottle. I don't know why, but I'm not an expert, guys, but I believe it's because it helps tenderize the meat. My dad also used to use Budweiser beer. So minced garlic, about yay, and about yay. What, about half a cup? We'll add in our 1 whole onion there. Now, finishing up this 1 small bottle of banana ketchup. And we'll open up a new one. And we're looking probably about a cup or so. We're talking about almost 10 pounds of meat here. So, about 1 cup. I believe you can find it in most Asian aisles. Even here in the small town of Prescott Valley where we're at, you can find, I think, a small bottle of banana ketchup in the Asian section. So check it out. And then we're looking to maybe 2 tablespoons of black pepper, maybe a little bit more, maybe 3 tablespoons there. We're gonna add in brown sugar. Lumpy is okay. This size, we're gonna add probably this whole bag, so that's about 1.5 cups. So we just mix this up, put it in the fridge. We can cover it or not. 4 hours or overnight is what's recommended. However, this gets all nice and juicy within the first couple hours. So that Sprite really helps to break down the meat from my understanding, and allows you to get all that flavor into the meat. So next up we'll be skewering the meat and barbecuing it up, and that's pretty much it, guys. Next, I like to prepare my skewers. What do you say? What do you mean, Pino? Prepare skewers. Well, bamboo skewers, they do burn on the grill, and so you like to prep them so that they prevent from burning and all falling apart. So what I like first to do is like to run them together, sort of fan them out, and get any of the extra bits off. So when I'm skewering the meat, it's easier, and already all the small pieces are off. So you can see here, none of these really had too many pieces, but they like to break away, and you just pull them out here. All right, so we just put some hot tap water in our baking dish here, and then we just lay our skewers in. While the meat is marinating, let these sit in here. They'll bring in the water, they'll prevent from burning. You'll get minimum burnt sticks skewers out on the grill. All right, everybody, so I was able to get this marinating overnight. We had different plans for dinner just come up, and so we just saran wrapped it and put it in the fridge. So it's been marinating overnight, and pretty much I took my soaked skewers, just shook them off and put them in a bag so they stay moist, and then I'm just going to use the pan that I put the skewers in to skewer them up, and just go from there. So we want to, I always tinfoil the barbecue and make sure that I have a nice layer right at the base of the barbecue, so that when I'm cooking my skewers, they're not going to burn on the ends there, even though we soaked them. And just get it going. Okay guys, so I just figured I'd do some rice and do a rice segment in here. So while the barbecue's warming up, I'm going to do rice. We just keep ours in a little container. I usually buy them in a 50-pound bag, and then I recommend using a rice cooker. It's a 1-for-1 ratio. I think I'm going to make 3 or 4 cups just because we're going to have it for lunch come the week. Two cups, 3 cups, and 4 cups. So pretty simple. All we're going to do is now we rinse it in the water. I bring out the marinade that it was in, literally in the bowl, and just let it, I don't even bring out a marinade brush, I actually spoon it on there and get a lot of liquid on here. All that brown sugar's in there will make it sweet. Boiled up the thing, I bring out my meat, and then I have a pan, sort of a disposable pan that I can use for the meat when it's done. So I just sort of assembly line this, And I put on a little bit of a diagonal. Now, just a fair warning, guys, this is gonna just tear up your grill. It's a lot of the stuff you're pouring over. There's just a bunch, so I have to clean it. There's just a bunch of debris all over this after you're cooking. So here we're just gonna put them on. I put them at a little bit of a diagonal, so I'm not straight on with the grates. They stick less that way. Put them on by hand. I make sure that the handle end is sort of over the tin foil. You can even have some of the meat over it a little bit. That way you prevent the handles from burning right off. You are going to get some that burn, so just know that. Put these on by hand. I pulled out about 60 skewers. I used, I think, 55 of them.